just like in game 2.
Yeah, you can take the Jax themselves though. Jax has been a headache during this whole game. They would want to take in the side of J-Team and maybe even get the Ashe. And yeah, that's perfect for J-Team. But EDG having the Gragas in the hands of Langui. You know what? I love the Alistar from Langui. I was surprised that they went for the Gragas, but now it might be a different story because this is EDG going... Are they going to go for the Jhin? The reason why people haven't been picking up the Jhin a lot anymore is because of the recent nerfs that he has. But he is still very, very strong.
I mean, the damage is still there, the burst is still there, and you would need every bit of it if you want to take down J-Team. But he also needs to be very careful later on. Again, the Ashe is just supreme here in this game right now. Ezreal going to be taken away to Yetzi, but Zeri is available for him to take later on. And we even mentioned in game 2 that that could have been a better scaling champion here for Yetzi, like you mentioned.
Yeah, and I think this Cassidy is not a good pick. Honestly, if they're going to be picking something, I would really love a Zedder and a Kali on their side. That would be way, way better. But the Evelyn is the next best thing, because that is also an assassin that could threaten both of these marksmen on the side of EDG.
And that's why it's so difficult to draft against J-Team.
Look at him smiling smug. The coach is smiling. He's smiling.
We get the Evelyn.
Yeah.
There's no other jungler that can use this champion aside from 0711. He's the only one that uses this. And an extremely well-mannered as well. 3 games already with 100% win rate. There's no one that can contest him just yet.
And the only answer for this though, especially when you're fighting, when you're using the Evelyn, someone who could definitely take him down early game, that is what you should answer against an Evelyn. A Kha'Zix could be good against the 1v1s, but as long as you don't get the first bite from the Evelyn, you know that whoever gets caught by the Evelyn, one last caress could be the end of them.
Especially in an AoE setup, right? Swain as well gonna be respected in case that Yetzi will pick up this champion for himself. But again, Zeri's still available. EDG should ban it out. We already know that that is gonna be picked up here by J-Team, and EDG needs to respect it.
Renekton could be picked up by EDG. There's a Garen still that they can pick up for themselves. But J-Team, who are they going to prioritize though? Because this is already Dawn 128 champion. That's already 0711. They need to pick an AP champion maybe to help them out. Because if ever this Ashe is going to go to Yetzi, that is going to be a different story here for the side of EDG. Because I honestly prefer a lot more if they do have something else for Pawn rather than this Ashe.
The Jax as well can still go in the jungle for him. For Yetzi.
It's the Evelyn.
Yeah, Evelyn. Yeah, never mind. Kind of. Pronto picked up instead is really
Wait, that's a good change.
Wow, they pick up the Kha'Zix as well.
Yeah, that's a good pickup though. So them picking up the Zeri on this side for J-Team is going to be a Yetzi champion. Pawn is going to be on the other side. But on the other hand though, baiting out the Gragas onto Xiaojiang on the top side. Yeah. This is going to be a very herbivore lane for sure. They're not going to be getting any kills. Rotates are going to happen. They are good. Honestly, Gragas is a really good champion to really go weak side because he doesn't really need a lot of resources too.
You have sustain and you have the cast in the body slam to just set it up for EDG. Now there's like 2 front lines ready and available for EDG to protect you and alone. And J-Team needs to really find a way to penetrate to the back line. 0711 has a way because he is invisible. But Dawn 128 for sure is gonna struggle doing that. He needs to step up in the laning phase, find a way to beat down Xiaojiang, maybe pressure for towers, because it will take some time for Yetzi to pop off.
Yeah. And for now, from what we're seeing, Evelyn getting picked up, really love to see this champion because honestly, right now in the meta, Evelyn is really not in a good spot just because of how the bruisers, the tanks are just making it better for everybody. But here in the competitive scene, because we're in a double marksman meta, it's good. Evelyn is such a good pick. And a lot of the other assassins that we have too. For example, yeah, the Kha'Zix is also a good pick here. And I'm really surprised that we're not seeing something else. But honestly, This is also a good time to see a Zed or an Akali, but because most of the mid laners would love or would rather prefer to have a J team already in their jungle, and 0711
Wow.
could really take this easily.
Yeah, this is very ambitious for J Team. This is why
Oh.
we like J Team. They're so unpredictable at times as well.
Now, because of that, that's going to be an easier red buff too to their side. And that is what you want to happen when you're fighting against a Kha'Zix. When that happens now, big advantage for the Evelynn. Now, she can take this to a level 5 pretty easily. And that's what you want from an Evelynn. This is a win-win situation for them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. J Team gonna be able to help out 0711 early into the game and also deny some of the resources away from Shigdo 7.
They're not gonna know. They're not gonna know that. Wait, I think they're gonna see it though. Yu is in the area, and now he's gonna get caught. They're trying to go in. They know that he took the buff already. Gonna stun him out with a charm. Gonna get a lot of damage. Shigdo 7 is already here. The slow is gonna come out, and Pawn is dealing a lot of damage. No more flashes, and they were able to at least help him survive. They had the punch. The headbutt's gonna come in. DY won't be able to really rest, and he's gonna die to the first blood.
He used the flash earlier to try and land a first skill onto you, but with you flashing away, was able to dodge it, and now first blood secured by EDG. Perfect actually to jumpstart this game. Yeah, there were some camps that 0711 took there away from Jingle 7, but he got a kill.
Don 128 might be dead here. They have the slow. Body slam is at the ready. That's gonna be the stun. Don 128. Gonna buy some time. Here comes the Evelynn. He's gonna be helping him out. He's gonna be slowed down, but no, the barrel wasn't able to hit. And now 0711 wants to go for revenge. No, it's not enough damage yet. This is not a time for an Evelynn to fight still.
At least J-Team were able to deny that kill from EDG. That is just perfect. If Shengdao 7 were able to get that kill, then the whole plan of J-Team and denying resources away from him would be nullified and rendered useless as well. Still, EDG possesses 500 gold lead as J-Team looks to scale up first in this early game. It would take some time. They have the Jack, the Evelynn takes some time as well to scale up. Ashe as well is gonna be just a poking champion early into the game, and surely this Zeri of Yetzi is gonna take 2-3 items in order to deal damage. So this is actually a time for EDG to make some plays, since they do have the Gragas, they do have the Alistar, they have the Kha'Zix as well to get that kill threat. They need to be looking for picks.
Can go for pickoffs. That's gonna be way better for the team right here. From what we're seeing, I can really see that J-Team would really have a good chance here in the late game just because of the amount of damage that they have. And EDG would have no choice but to engage against them. This is a very reactive composition from J-Team. And honestly, that's the best answer against a very good engaged composition like what EDG has right now.
J-Team just trying to play it safe.
Pulverizes. Great timing again. Alone is going to be dead bot lane, but they would have an answer on the top side. Don 128 is going to be the next one. And that's a good answer back, a 1-for-1, or better, yeah, a 1-for-1.
Perfect gold funneling as well to Shingdao 7. That is the way to go in the early game. Give the kills, inject them more gold here for the Kha'Zix so that he can contest 0711 later on.
Yeah. Damage from DY. He's able to get one more, but the Unbreakable Will stops a bit of that damage. That's perfect. Now 0711 at least gets one kill a while ago. That's a good thing here, giving both of these junglers. These junglers are very hungry for resources, so they need every kill that they can get.
Let's check that replay one more time. It wasn't because of an arrow that came from Pan from mid lane that allowed Yetzi and 0711 to just get a free kill onto Alone. Unfortunate for him. That is the downside when you're using a Jhin, right? You lack mobility, and if you get caught off guard, they can just easily take you down.
Yeah. Now from what we're seeing for EDG, slowly putting most of their vision towards the top side of the map. On the other hand, Evelynn has a lot of vision on the bot side of the map, so they have different priorities here on both sides.
Let's see how EDG will try to get a couple of kills more, since they still have, you know, the kill advantage. In terms of gold, J-Team is actually able to get more resources across the map, especially with the industrial interaction. Early into the game, by 0711, he has been safely farming, already has his first item as well.
Oh.
They're gonna be looking for picks.
Yeah, Don128 not in a really great position though. Has a counter strike, might be able to get more damage against Shingdo7. Still have the explosive cast, but the damage coming from Don128 is getting a bit scary though. Flashes away, but Xiaojiang finishes the skill up. And this is good, at least another kill for Shingdo, but that is a bit too late because that Rift Herald could be taken still by 0711.
They managed to take the dragon already. That is going to help them in terms of durability with the mounting dragon stacks. And now they want to take this RH as well. But they need to set vision first in this topside river. Langui is doing a really good job zoning them away. There. Would be fine still.
Yeah. Now from what we're seeing though, for the side of EDG, they're already on top of that Rift Herald. Are they going to be able to still get the steal? EDG took their time, but doesn't really matter. That is still going to be theirs.
J-Team taking their time. They're actually doing a really good job safely farming onto the side lanes. Yeah, we do see Don128 having a bit of a hard time, but still is able to get the farm that he needs. They just need to be a lot more careful, especially with the rotations that Shingdo7 has been doing alongside with Langui and Xiaojiang as well. But through this, again, triple scaling on J-Team's side, that is gonna start to be scary come 15 minutes, and that's where EDG should be at their weakest point. So now they need to really step up. That kill a while ago into the top lane was definitely not worth it. They need to be a lot more careful, and they need to deny those dragon stacks from J-Team.
Main difference here for the side of J-Team though is that the Evelyn would need to really get to the late game. The other one, Kha'Zix, needs to snowball the early game in their favor. But now, what we're seeing, that's exactly what they want to do. Shingdo7 wants to push out Don128, not give him any resources. And if you choke a lot of resources from a Jax, that you're doing a good job. And what they're doing right now, getting the push in the bot lane, would push Don128 out of the way a lot more. And what's great about this though, is that even though that we're saying that Jax is a late game champion, he doesn't really need a lot to make things work for him. Doesn't really need to do a lot of damage. If this is the composition that they built, Jax is the only one who can split push. And nobody else could do that.
Nobody can contest him as well. That's why Shingdo7, the most fed member of EDG, is trying to threaten him, since there's no objectives to be taken just yet here by EDG. But come late game, this is going to be an unstoppable Jax. And EDG, again, we always go back into the pressure right now for EDG. It's so difficult to work out this composition. You have the Ezreal, yes, there is some sort of scaling into the late game. You can poke them out later on. It is going to be very difficult to close in the distance because of the slows that the Ezreal provides here for EDG. But the composition of J-Team is still more a stronger come late game, since they have the gap close. Still, they have ways to sneak through your back line, and they have the split push threat. EDG has a one-dimensional lineup right now, and they need to make it work fast.
To make it work right now, because if not, we might be taken down easily. Oh no, our Rift Scuttler just got stolen in the 0711 box in shame just because of that.
In shame.
Yeah, and now with that, looking at the top side of the map, looking at where we are already, EDG was able to get one tower a while ago on the bot side, but it's slowly looking like Yetzi would just take down this tower easily, and that equalizes it, even if they got the Rift Herald a while ago.
Muramana into the Immortal Shield bow. This is already 2 items for the Zeri. And again, we talked about 2 to 3 items on Yetzi. This is going to be close to the time that J-Team will be starting to engage onto EDG. 40 seconds before the second dragon spawns up, J-Team is already a little bit online due to the fact that EDG wasn't really threatening them at all just before this second dragon. So now this is an opportunity for J-Team to strive. EDG this time around will be on the back end.
Even though we're seeing a lot of damage from an Ezreal, and people have been loving picking up the Ezreal, Ezreal is a really good mid-game champion, but the later the game goes, it's way harder to just poke out these guys from G, especially that they have a Braum too. It might be a harder job moving forward, so they would really need to contest this second objective, because this is their strongest. This is the point in where EDG is the strongest, and J-Team aren't really on that spot just yet. Maybe after Yetzi gets his third item, but right now it's still not it. So they would want to go for this. EDG needs to be a bit more aggressive on this fight.
Edge of Night has been cancelled out here. on Qingdao 7 needs to wait patiently, but
Ooh.
0711 again.
Oh
They have
no,
a pink
there's
ward,
a,
though.
there's a ward though. It's gonna be hard. Might be able to flash in, would be
Oh!
able to get the damage. Last caress is at the ready, alone isn't be able to get killed. And 0711 just got punished because of it. Unbreakable Will is on the hands of Langui. 2 kills already on the side of J Team, but that's gonna be good. Look at the forward coming from Yahtzee. He's gonna be doing a lot of damage because of this area. The chain lightnings are hitting everybody. And that's gonna be one more with Ultra Shock Laser, not able to hit. But 2 junglers are down. Objectives are still up. DY taking more than he's supposed to be. Ultra Shock Laser and Zhao Jang. 1 more damage. Flash in. And then that's with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. J Team takes 2 more kills in the bag.
It started off really well for EDG, but J Team, through Yetzi, Pan, and DY, were able to take down EDG in the longer one. And that's just the benefit here of J Team on their composition. Again, the slows are really troubling. If you give them an inch, they will take a mile. And EDG, you have given them an opportunity to strive. Second Dragon stack right now for J Team. Again, cooldown through the Ice Dragon. This is going to be an opportunity through the Enchanted Crystal Arrow that actually was very helpful come the last part of that fight. It's also the tool that they utilized early into the fight. But it was unfortunate
exhausted,
that 0711. They
That's why that's why the last arrest. I was thinking that could have been enough HP for him to get the kill there, but it's a good thing they still were able to follow it through with an Ultra Shock Laser, making it equal. And as long as the fight is equal and you still have both of your damage dealers, J Team could really just easily win those types of fights.
Actually, Langui wanted to engage, but I believe he didn't have mana to cast the headbutt, or it wasn't in the range. That's why he only casted the Pulverize, and that became the opportunity for J Team to push even more. Unfortunately,
and imagine,
for EDG.
Pan casted 2 Enchanted Crystal Arrows during that fight. That is how fast the cooldown is of that Enchanted Crystal Arrow now, because he got away with it. They got a nice dragon. That is just so much for them. Unbreakable with a gargoyle, and Shan is not gonna die. Not the best target.
J Team will have an opportunity once again, but they do not have their support.
Oh, 0711.
They need to back away.
Oh, I like this camera. Now they're going to be seeing it. The last caress. No more exhaust. He's going to be able to get the kill. Glacial Fisher knocks up 1. Langby's going to be dead. J Team is just going to follow through. 0711 in front. Is dealing so much damage. Pawn is not in a great position, though. He got killed with a collector. But right now, look at the back line, though. Done what it's going to be here. Alone is going to be dead. The damage of 0711. 1 million hit, and he's going to be dead. But 8 for the side of J Team.
And now maybe they can either take the second turret in the mid lane or go for the Baron. They're gonna go for the Baron. 7,000 gold lead. This is gonna balloon even more. EDG, we see them struggling. This is because of the lack of aggressiveness in the early game. In J Team, they're at their prime time to just take this. This is too late for a teleport. Qingdao 7 just wasted that enchant. But he's gonna try to get a kill.
That's a bit of a rage right there. They still have the ultimate. Not gonna be seeing him, and he is just gonna run away. Crystal Arrow.
Per bullet.
That's a runaway Crystal Arrow, everybody. Don't get hit.
Don't get hit. If you do, you're dead. J Team right now. 8,000 goldie. Let's check that one out as well. Because 0711 had a genius plan. Penetrating the backline. Pan right in front of everybody casted that Enchanted Crystal Arrow and was very helpful. That Glacial Fisher as well just prevented anyone from disengaging.
We got punished. I was about to say.
A little bit. But Don was there. Still,
it's a good thing they were able
JT.
to finish it off in the end. And right now with EDG losing a lot of that space and on a composition in where we say that should be strong in the early game, losing the early game is not the best thing to happen. Look at the scoreboards, everybody. Look at the kills. That's 7-11. And that is...
that is not convenient for the EDG.
That's not good. That's not good. Oh man, that's funny. But now they're gonna go in. Oh, now it's not 7-11 anymore. That's 7-12, everybody. And that's a good kill with the last caress coming in from 0711. And what they need to do is just to finish this off. They're taking down towers one by one. Yetzi has a lot of damage. They have the arrow on the back line. QSS has been used already. And Yetzi's going to be taking down this mid lane turret. Top side is going to be the next target for J Team. 0711 is in a healthy state. They can't even get close. Charm's gonna hit, and that is gonna be it. Nexus shields are gonna happen. It's gonna be in front of everybody. Don 128, granted super low. He was able to get the barrier in, but here comes the Collector. He's gonna be dead, and they need to back away because EDG is in prime position to retaliate.
3 inhibitor towers though, and 11,000 gold lead right now for J Team. They can just patiently wait for this third dragon, but the EDG, they're sprinting their way. They want to deny it from them. Because if they give them this is just the gift of the game itself. Shingdao 7 starting it off. J Team sprinting their way. There's an arrow.
Yeah. Here it comes. EDG already taking it, but here they come. They got the steal. Shingdao 7 got it. And they are still in a good spot. At least they got a kill right there, but they cannot yet see. Very has a lot of damage, so that Zeri got the slow and alone. One more Winter's Bite could be the end of it, but they still have the enchant. And they are onto the back line. They might be here. Here comes the ultimate. They got slowed down. Here comes the counter strike onto Don 128. They got the kill, and they are now going to go and get more right here. J-Team is finishing the game. They don't need the kills, rather, and they would want to finish it as fast as possible because they want to get the match point. Pawn gets the kill onto the back lines, and they are going to go for the 1v1 alone, being the defender of this base. He's trying his best, but here comes the stun with the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. They got the kill in the end, and they ended it. And J-Team takes this on 3-1.
Man, J-Team looking so solid right now in this game, in this series. Match point already. And they're one step away from